What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. You know when in the back of your head you just hear it, you know that it's happening. This changes everything. Black Rose Dragon is confirmed Starlight rare for Lightning Overdrive, and it truly does change the long-term potential for this set. At first I thought this was going to turn out like Chaos Impact, Chaos Low Impact that is, where you have two chase cards. Similar to IP Masquerade and Starlight Safer, you have Diviner of Heralds, and what rarity will Scrap Raptor end up as? A lot of people thinking it will just be bumped to secret rare. I'm hoping for lower, but we will see. Either way though, those are the two cards that will really sell the set. You do have the Drytron Xe, and that just feels like how it would stack up without another Chase Starlight is like this set. John, the boxes are $90. That's a very nice plus long term. Well, actually, let's say you got a box around $60 and you sat on it, you kept it, you went for that individual and you're like, yeah, I believed in this set, it's doing well. Let's break down that math on how long you've waited. You've waited almost 2 years for that at this point now, right? And it's around $92. It was $86 just 3 weeks ago, as we saw on stream also. You take the seller fees off as well, about 13%. You have the fees from TCG Player and then credit card PayPal fees, and then we're gonna ship this out. Let's say you got a good shipping rate, $8.25. Wow, you made an entire $12.59 for all of your waiting for these years, and you let other sets go by like Rise of the Duelist, Eternity Code, Toon Chaos, Legendary Duelist 6. Yeah, Chaos Impact's the one you want to beat your chest over. Now, I really did think Lightning Overdrive was going to turn out like that, but with a second potential Starlight, because I think it would be crazy if Diviner of Heralds was not a Starlight rare. You have the waifu tax, you also have it being a great card. Konami's already confirmed it's secret rare. I would hope and think that it would be up there, but we have a guaranteed outside chase plucked and put in, and it should turn out very well for the set long term. This doesn't impact the average box opening. You're only going to see Black Rose in 1 out of every 10 cases. That's 120 boxes, because a Starlight rare is 1 per every 2 case, and you have 5 different Starlight rares. So that's not gonna really affect the average box opening, other than I hope I win the lotto here, a 1 in 120 chance on my $60 spent per box, that kind of thing. I understand. You can still right now get Lightning Overdrive boxes from Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market, entire cases as well at $700. That breaks down after code What's Good 5 for 5% off. Let's see here. You have it at $665. You divide that by the 12 boxes. You can get them at $55.41. A better price point than that average $60 if you are getting a case. I don't know how much longer they will have them up at this price though, and a lot of the other big boys already have Lightning Overdrive off. I know that Gamer's Choice plans to do heavy singles on every single set, so they no longer have it sealed available. Big 3 is also oddly sold out of this already. I had checked that last night. So a lot of places running out of this sealed, and my thoughts on it long term are I still like other sets better. King's Court is still a gamble, but I like King's Court more. I like the aspect of Legendary Duelist. Almost every Legendary Duelist sealed has skyrocketed over time sealed, and you have that Ghost Rare to add to 3 decent archetypes. Dawn of Majesty seems like a super solid core set. You have the new Instant Fusion, you have the Despia. It has a lot going for it, but this set having Black Rose does change a lot, and it also sets up for Stardust Dragon to either be the Alter Art Ghost Rare in the Legendary Duelist, even though I think it is Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, or it sets up Stardust in Dawn of Majesty for a matching Starlight rare, even though we have the Collector rare. We will see what happens there. So let's talk about the upcoming reveals. We have today the introduction on Lightning Overdrive. Tomorrow, I believe these will be Yu-Gi-Tubers covering them. You have the Utopia theme, then Wednesday the Amazement theme. I don't expect anything new there. We have Black Rose Dragon theme on Thursday. I'm surprised they didn't hold this for that. And then Lightning Overdrive box openings, where I guess we'll get to see War Rocks. And if we got War Rocks Double Helix, War Rock Quick Fix, War Rock Master Plan, did they fix War Rocks? Probably not, because they're not doing an individual host of it, and I'm sure Team Samurai didn't enjoy having to cover that one for Konami the first time. So maybe they actually took feedback from Yu-Gi-Tubers on that one. But will worse Battle Wasp become as good as Battle Wasp or better? We'll find out maybe Friday with those War Rock cards. And for those waiting, this is probably not a good sign, but I'll hold my breath a little and hope that Cave Mommy turns out alright. So now how do I feel about it since it's not Chaos Low Impact? We probably have a second Starlight chase. I'm hoping for other things to pan out, but we don't have confirmations. A lot of my stream was comparing this to Eternity Code, and Effect Veiler was an amazing import Starlight for it, and then you have them waifuing out the other Starlights along with a Ghost Girl. Well, you don't have an access code talker for Lightning Overdrive. You do not have a top generic monster. Diviner goes towards specific decks. You have Scrap Raptor going towards specific decks. You don't have that, so you're missing that top end. But they're calling it a baby Eternity Code instead because it helps so many decks. And you see Dragon Link / Dragon Maid, yep. You see Dinosaurs, Gearsu, pre-sales were way high, and it just didn't pan out, but still a really great card. And you have a ton of other support for other decks that actually went up over time. Do keep in mind, though, Eternity Code was shorted, and it took its time going up in price. It was $60 for a long time. I think it took 3-ish months to get to the $70 range, even though it was shorted. As Rise of the Duelist hit, then everybody's attention was on Rise of the Duelist. But you have a ton of different support here. Diviner of Heralds is confirmed secret rare. If you don't recall, that's from a Konami giant card showing the lettering being secret rare. So we do know that their attention is heavily on it. I would hope that it also becomes a choice for the Starlight for the long-term health of the set, but that is not confirmed yet. Scrap Raptor could be a common. The next Pankratops, they might be scared of having to ban it later for crazy combos. Scrap Raptor is something to heavily look forward to in the set as well, as I've mentioned. You have it with Dinosaurs, you have it with Orcust, you have it with other odd-off machine builds. I really look forward to this card. Traptrix gets support. You also, I believe, have a Link too. This is a superior extender for the deck. It's really freaking nice, and people were even telling me how they plan to mix it with Eldritch because the effect, you can send one trap card you control to the graveyard, special this from your hand, mixes amazingly with Eldritch, and then Eldritch gives the power punch that the deck definitely needs on top of it. And they also use Parallel Exceed for power punches, but definitely an amazing support update for Traptrix that might turn it from worse Altergeist to better Altergeist. We'll see how that turns out. Dark Infant at Ignister is also an impressive card, a Link 1 searcher for Island that takes, it really feels like, at Ignister into the rogue category with this kind of access. And you have a new Plunder Patrol as well that is amazing. You have all these legacy updates for decks, but these updates still keep them in more so the rogue trying to top category. Rogue isn't bad either. Rogue wins events. Rogue is tier 2 typically, so a lot of these getting boosted up, it will be expensive for the decks because unfortunately it feels like Rogue is more expensive than ever in today's market, and whenever anything gets a little bit of support, great or just okay, things tend to skyrocket. So I would look also back on Plunder Patrol because historically TCG exclusive archetypes do not end up in the Megatens, but every year's Megatens break the rules of previous years, so there could be reprints, but you might want to get your Plunder Patrol Ultra sooner than later. I would love secret rare upgrades on that. I'm digressing though. There's so many different decks that do get helped from Lightning Overdrive. You have the Utopia stuff, you also have the Black Rose stuff. The Utopia stuff, you have a future structure deck. I don't know exactly how that's going to mix in and combo. I haven't seen the new plays, but I do know the structure deck looks a lot more impressive than the support here, which is what I like to see Konami do. Cheaper support there, but for the set's sake, that's not the best thing to hear, right? That the structure deck is better than the $60 box that I'm buying. Lightning Overdrive, I still think there's better places to spend your money, but if you are going in, you can support the channel with code What'sGood5, get yourself 5% off. It is disappearing. There does seem to be hype behind it. I just personally think there's better sets like Dawn of Majesty. I think there's better gambles like King's Court, and I think there's almost better, what I feel like, you rarely say the words guaranteed, not a financial advisor channel, in your Legendary Duelist. When you see almost every Legendary Duelist go up, you have 3 decent decks, and you have a Chase Ghost that will be happening. I don't know that I like Lightning Overdrive as long-term, but this definitely helps it out and makes it more impressive. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's more baby Eternity Code-ish now more than ever? I do think this is, akin to Valor, a very great import that I didn't necessarily want to bank on, and I do think it takes it past the level of Chaos Low Impact that I've been calling it, but I don't think that, like, it makes the average box opening any better. You need the OCG exclusives, the War Rocks to pan out. I don't see War Rocks panning out, but we'll see. And I'm holding my breath for these Friday reveals to turn out even better than I thought. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed these conversations. And how do you feel about Lightning Overdrive? Are you buying it now? Will you be buying it sealed? Or are you just after the singles? I think singles are the great kind of way to go unless you're in for a ton of these decks updates, because you can just pick the kind of the support that you want out for your specific deck. And that's why I'm also scared on the sealed side, is that it's so unique to each individual that's approaching these cards that the seal doesn't make as much sense for the average consumer, and instead it's those individual cards. But Eternity Code did turn out alright over time, but it had a slow start for sure, and it's also shorted, which this set will not be.